Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back with another trading video. It is Monday, the start of hopefully another green and great trading week. And wow, what a crazy day in the market. If you're following the GameStop saga, crazy day today, but I want to talk about Virgin Galactic. This is a ticker that we haven't talked about in quite some time. Actually, I think January 17th was the last video I made on space. And today, some really big news dropped. And as a result, space stock went to the moon. So let's get right into it. Looking at the heat map here, you can see nice rebound day today in the market overall. A lot of green on the board. If you remember, the board from Friday was very, very deep red, but nice rebound day. Big tech had a good day. Looks like the entire semiconductor sector had a good day. Banks, financials, all looking green. So nice way to recoup some losses that may have incurred over the weekend. But take a look at this. Let's get right into it. Looking at Virgin Galactic, look at this, up 21, almost 21.5% on the day, up another 8.4% after hours. I mean, literally, from the opening bell, it was already up almost 7% and really never looked back, just going straight up and to the right. And you know, that's what I love to see in a stock chart. So on the day, you're looking really good on space. On the week, you are up 56% on the week alone. On the month, you're up 148%. Past 3 months, almost 235%. I am wincing right now because longtime viewers know about 6 months ago or so, I had shares of Virgin Galactic at $19 a share. I was running the wheel strategy on Virgin Galactic and I let them get called away. And at the time, I was happy because I made some hefty profits. But clearly, if I had just held those shares, I would have more than doubled my money already. But what are you going to do? You know, c'est la vie. Can't win them all. Just be happy with the gains. Nobody went broke taking profits. Let's take a look at the options chain just to see how juicy this stock is right now. So if you wanted to sell some puts for this Friday, so only 4 more trading days left, but no matter. Wow, take a look at this. At the money, you would collect $760 in premium for putting up $5,800 in collateral. That gives you a return on risk of 13.1%. If you saw my video from last night, Mara had premiums of about 15%. Now that was on Sunday, so that included 1 extra day of trading. So this is pretty much just as juicy as Marathon Patent Group right now. 13% return on risk in just 4 days of trading. That's a lot of juice. I may have to look into maybe opening up some more cash secured puts on Virgin Galactic. Not financial advice, of course, but you can't ignore the juice. Let's take a look at a news article, and this is what I'm talking about, that what I think, or pretty much that I know, sent Virgin Galactic soaring. So this is an article from Investors Business Daily, and it's titled, Virgin Galactic Stock Spikes as Path to Commercial Service Back on Track. So the big news today was that, if you haven't been following, back in December, Virgin Galactic had a test flight that they were performing, and this was very important because they need these final test flights to get FAA verification and validation so that they can start doing commercial flights. However, they had a malfunction, and although nobody got injured and nothing got damaged, they had to abort the flight, and basically the shuttle or the spaceship essentially just cruised right back down to Earth. And they have to obviously figure out what went wrong and fix it. Well, it's been about 2.5 months now, and so they finally announced that they have now opened up a window to try that test flight again, and they're saying the window is going to open up on February 13th. So obviously investors loved hearing that they're one step closer, hopefully now, to doing another test flight and getting this FAA certification. So right now it says, I mean, you can see right now that the CEO says, we are pleased to be able to get back to the skies and continue our flight test program. So not only are they going to repeat or attempt to repeat what they were going to do in December, but this time they're also going to test the customer cabin as well as upgraded horizontal stabilizers and flight controls. So that's nice to know that it's not just a repeat of what unfortunately went wrong last time, but they're going to do a little bit more too, kind of hopefully kind of knock everything out all at once. And like I said, the shares jumped 21.45% at close to $53.79. I didn't think it would be this soon that I saw Virgin Galactic over $50. So this is just amazing right now. I mean, the other crazy news that actually just broke that I saw recently on CNBC is that Elon Musk's company, SpaceX, which is not publicly traded, mind you, they now announced that they're going to launch 4 private individuals on a Crew Dragon capsule into orbit around the Earth. So they're basically doing space tourism. He's going to send 4 private individuals in orbit around the Earth, and he's scheduling this, crazily enough, for the 4th quarter of this year. So basically, sometime in October, November, December, he plans to send 4 private individuals in orbit around the Earth. Now, if you know anything about Elon, whenever he gives you a time frame, you always have to add like at least a year or 2, because I think it's pretty crazy or far-fetched to think that he's going to all of a sudden do this within a year when it's obviously given some trouble to Virgin Galactic. I mean, he is Elon, I get it, but he's also in the past promised things with Tesla that really, take a little bit more time than he initially says. So I take it with a grain of salt. But again, even if this happens in 2022 or even 2023, it's still going to be an amazing achievement. But my real question is, if Elon does it before Virgin Galactic, what's going to happen to Virgin Galactic stock? I mean, the real kicker here is that SpaceX is not publicly traded. But what happens if one day he does IPO or go into a SPAC? I don't know. Just food for thought. Let me know in the comments below what you think. If you had to choose between Virgin Galactic and SpaceX, which one would you choose? I don't know. I'll start a poll to see what everybody thinks, but let's take a look at the technical analysis on Virgin Galactic. So here's the trading view chart on space where we left it. You can see pretty much back in January, I drew this big pink arrow thinking, you know what, we were on the up and up, and that's exactly what happened. I'm going to delete this arrow for now so we can do some updated technical analysis. But if we take a look, I mean, literally from the last video, January 17th or so, we've just been on the up and up. At that time, space was trading around $30 or so. Now we've almost doubled that, almost hitting $60. So what a big movement. First thing I want to do, let's adjust these Fibonacci levels. So I'm going to draw it to the most recent high, which was actually intraday on January 27th. We got up pretty much just shy of $60. Now the bottom, I'm gonna, let's see where I like it. I might move it up to somewhere like this, see how that holds up. Maybe down here to the more recent lows. That seems like it holds up a little bit better. Or I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it to the recent lows back on January 5th. I actually think this fits the data the best, but we'll have to see how well it fits. The orange line here represents the 21-day moving average. The pink line is the 50-day moving average. The RSI is very overbought, which is not surprising. Like I said, we've had a huge run up, so we might have a little bit of a pullback. Just looking at the RSI, we'll have to wait and see. Another thing to keep in mind, we have earnings coming up end of the month, February 25th, so we'll have to keep that in mind if we decide to trade this and keep an eye on the stock. But right now, in terms of areas of support and resistance, there's probably some area of trend right around here, around $45 or so. That's where the 38.2% Fibonacci level actually ends up being. But then there's also the top of this candle, the bottom of this wick today. So we'll see if that holds up as an area of support around $45. But really between like 32 and 45, I don't really see a lot of data because we just kept going up and up and up. There's not a lot of consolidation in the data for me to definitively say, hey, I think this is an area of support. Now, I will say the one thing that's interesting is right here between about 2770 or so and about 2969. Let's just say between 2770 and 2970. So there's a $2 wide window there. There's a gap there. Now, in theory, gaps will get filled eventually. But I don't know. This stock would have to crater 50% to fill this gap. So hopefully they have a good test flight. If they again encounter issues or have to abort the test flight, then that obviously I can see that bringing the stock back down. If we go back to December, you can see here was the run up. The test flight didn't go so well, so we did come back down. I mean, we did crash about 50%. It was around $35 or so. We went down, actually not quite 50%, a little bit less, down to like 23s. But again, hopefully, fingers crossed, this test flight goes well. And the real question then is, let's say this test flight does go well. Does the stock keep going up, or is it a buy the rumor, sell the news event? We'll have to wait and see, but we have had such a huge run up now, especially today because of the announcement, that maybe it's all priced in. I don't know. Nobody knows the future. No amount of technical analysis is going to be 100% accurate. We can only do our best to guess what's going to happen and make our predictions. Let's take a look at the Trade EY option data to see how the big money investors were doing today. So here's the Trade UI platform that I use for my option flow data. You can see we're looking at space today. Total of 31 sweeps came in. I've sorted them by dollar amount, and take a look at this. The biggest option was for $842,000 worth of position, and it's a January of 2022 option, so it's a leap for a $60 strike. Very bullish. The second most valuable option was for $672,000 for an April 60 strike call. So this is even more bullish. Someone thinks that we're going to get to 60 or higher in just a few months, and they're betting over $500,000 on it. But take a look at this. The first, 10 or so options in terms of the most valuable, they are all call options. Take a look at these. 85 strike call for January of next year. This one is absolutely nuts in my opinion. Look at this. Someone is betting almost $319,000 that Virgin Galactic is going to get to $85 in just a couple weeks by February 19th. I don't know if they know something that we don't know, but they're basically betting that Virgin Galactic is going to go up by 50% in pretty much 2 to 3 trading weeks. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's the highest strike I see. Here's another one, 85 strike for February 19th, another $162,000. I wonder if this is the same person or the same institution, but I don't know. Here's a 70 strike for February 19th. So, wow, people are buying really far out of the money calls on space. You wonder if somebody knows something, but us little guys, we just have to go with the flow. Let me know in the comments below if you have options or shares of Virgin Galactic. Let me know how bullish or bearish you are, honestly, on Virgin Galactic. And would you pick space over SpaceX? Let me know. As always, make sure you join the Discord server if you're not into already. Add me on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and StockTwits. But most importantly, I'll see you on the moon.